guys, so I'm here to do a review. I am so excited to do this, and it is for a fellow YouTuber, and I'm reviewing the book Selp Helf by Miranda Sings. I love this book. It is hysterical. If you don't know who Miranda Sings is, it is a character that Colleen Ballinger, I think that's how you say her name, made here on YouTube. She's been doing it since 2008, I believe. That's another iconic Miranda picture. This was such a great book. It is pretty thick, but it's very childlike, I guess I could say. This book is basically Miranda Sings. Her character wrote it as like a kind of self-help book for people and how to basically be like her, which is hysterical. If you know anything about Miranda Sings, she's a comedian and she thinks that she is the best at everything, and just like she's an awesome dancer, she's an awesome singer, she's an awesome everything. So this book kind of, in her eyes, tells everyone how to be like her, to be perfect. I loved this book. I read it very quickly. It's just, like I said, it's what she did was kind of, obviously Colleen Ballinger did it, but she did it in the Miranda style of just taking some pictures and crayons and different papers and making a book. It's actually really interesting. I did like that it was written like that instead of like a legitimate book. I thought that if it was written in a little legitimate book, it would have been very long and long-winded, especially for being how thick it is, and not up to par with how Miranda Sings is, or talks, or anything. So I love this book. I think it stays true. Obviously, it stays true to Miranda Sings because they are one and the same. I think it was absolutely hysterical. There's even little QRs in here. Let me see if I can find one really quick. There's even QRs in here, like this is about dancing, and so if you scan this little QR, then you can see like a separate video that is made just for the book. There's 3 in here, I believe, which was really interesting and cool because it's kind of like something that other people don't have. It makes the book experience just more submerged into the Miranda Sings lifestyle. I think anybody who knows Miranda Sings or anybody who loves her here on YouTube should read this book because, like I said, it was such a great book. You read through it really quickly. It was not anything lengthy at all. It's just, and it's one of those things. It's just, I don't know how to describe it. Obviously, I think it could have been written a little bit better, but you have to remember when you're reading this that the ego of Miranda Sings wrote it, not Colleen Ballinger. I really hope that she writes her own book and like kind of a book like about being Miranda and about being so famous and married to a guy who's so famous, and it's really interesting, and I would love like to see kind of her mindset of what she does or how she gets into the character of Miranda Sings. I just think it's unbelievable that this person that is so beautiful and she's so talented at singing and she's such a great person on the inside becomes this character every night. Well, when she's on tour. And so it just blows my mind that she's this big. Like, she's huge. But the 5 out of 5 stars. Loved this book. Cannot wait to actually own it myself. There's not much to say about this book just because, like I said, since it's not that big of a book, there's not really a plot. There's not really any aspect that I can critique because it is written by a character. The only thing I can really say is that it was very, very well written in a Miranda Sings style. There was never anything that went off other than there was some in here about her uncle writing something, but it just added to the book. I wish it was a little bit longer. I felt like some of the topics that she discussed in here kind of went a little quickly just because she wanted to get on a lot of different topics. But hey, you never know. Maybe Miranda Sings will write another book. But like I said, if you like Miranda Sings, if you like Colleen Ballinger, if you like YouTube at all, read this book. It is such a good book. You will not regret it, especially when it doesn't even take that long to read. So yes, 5 out of 5 stars, and I will definitely be writing this as a review on my blog and my Goodreads. So if you have any other questions or anything, just leave them down below, and I'll definitely get back to you as soon as I can. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Make sure you subscribe.